night. Every day I see the sunrise, even if it feels like a climb. I don't have to walk that line. That's why I wake up and it's a very nice day, living in the right space. Breathing your grace, got me feeling some kind of way. Yeah, you keeping me sane, got me in my right brain. I can't explain, but I'm feeling some kind of way. You got me like, ooh, I've been shaking. Breathing in your grace like, ooh, I won't trade it. You got me like, ooh, I can't shake it. Living in the space like, ooh, I won't trade it. Shining in the dark without my bright side. Wanna see your image like an icon. Couldn't even see it with the lights on. Had to try and get you with a Nikon. Yeah, change the atmosphere, you got me feeling loosely. A better picture, I can see it like the movies. Now I know that you're the one, not two, three. Don't hit it around with the glory like a gun. It's a very nice day, living in the right space. Breathing your grace, got me feeling some kind of way. Yeah, you're keeping me sane, got me in my right brain. I can't explain.
Yep. 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 All right. I need to check out audio and stuff. See if we sounding good. Need to check out the video on YouTube. Make sure we looking good. Also need to check in on Facebook as well. When you guys make your way on, please make sure that you thumbs up, give the video a like, whatever option is available, give it a heart, all of that type of stuff. Share the video. Okay. What else we got going on? Oh, I need to check audio. So let me do that now. All right, so let me see how my YouTube is sounding. Let's see. Check. Let's see. Okay, YouTube sounds good. See how Facebook sounds. Yeah, Facebook is good. All right, excellent. Excellent day. So it appears doing good on YouTube and on Facebook. The hell was that? Oh, that's the timer. Yeah, so YouTube and Facebook audio sounds good. The visual looks pretty good. So we're good there. Someone on Instagram let me know if audio is coming through clear. All right, when you guys get a moment over there, please let me know if you hear everything. You should be able to hear sound effects and all of that. Should be able to hear this. Good? All right, cool. All right, excellent. So I need to do some distribution very quickly, expeditiously. And once I'm done with that, we'll be getting started with the podcast for today. We have yet another awesome topic, another educational topic of discussion, I would say, which I've been doing as of late. I want to continue on that path to try to help people become aware of what it is that we're doing here in the trading community. All right. So y'all sit tight. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Y'all sit tight. I'm going to do some distribution to make sure that people get an opportunity to tune in live. And then we'll be getting started with the podcast. All right. So you guys sit tight. I'll be back.
Close your eyes. Can you hear me breathing? Clear your mind. It's my love you're holding. Run away. Stay wherever you want to stay. Take it in. It is freedom that you feel. It is freedom that you feel. Close your eyes. Can you hear me calling? Free your mind. It is love you're holding. Run away.
All right, man. I like that song. That song is fire. It's called Take It In. You said it's freedom that you feel, man. That's all TA is about, man. About getting this freedom for real. All right, so let me see the watch party. That's what I needed to set up. So the watch party I have set up actually on my timeline on Facebook. They said it's disappearing on April 16th, which is corny, but it is what it is. Facebook, hopefully they'll add something that is at least the equivalent instead of just snatching it away and that's it. I hope they don't just do it like that. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. It's their platform, right? They could do what they want. But hopefully they don't do that. They'll offer something else that will be just as valuable, because the watch parties are actually very helpful as far as getting people to come over to something that you're doing. So when I go live and I post the watch party on my timeline, a lot of people get a chance to see the podcast that way, you know, and I would hate to not give everyone as many opportunities as possible to catch it live, because this is some powerful information. This is powerful stuff, man. You don't want to miss this stuff. For real. All right, so I have the watch party set up. I need to push that out real quick, and then we're going to start recording for the podcast. If you're just making your way onto the platform, whatever platform that you're on, if you're on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, turn on your bell notifications, like and share the video. If you're tuning in from Facebook, be sure to give the video a heart. Also follow the TeamAlliance page on Facebook. If you access through my timeline on the watch party, just say what's up when you come so I know that you're there as well. And if you're tuning in from Instagram, be sure to follow the page at TeamAlliance 2018. And also be sure to give the video a heart and also share it. All right. This way we give everyone an opportunity to tune in, as I mentioned. And also, if you are not already a member of the public TeamAlliance Facebook group, be sure to join the group. If you're on YouTube, you'll see the link for it underneath the video in the description box. If you're on Facebook already, just look up TeamAlliance Facebook group and you'll find it. And for people on Instagram, be sure to go over to Facebook and just search for the group, and you'll find it that way as well. When you're in the TeamAlliance Facebook group, you'll get a notification. So the purpose of all of this that I do before I even start recording the podcast is distribution of the lives. So right now we're streaming live on 3 platforms. And the goal is to push it out so that people know that I'm live, and then they can come over so that they can participate live. The replays are incredible, but it's a little different when you hear live with us. Slightly different because you get to participate. You know, if you're here live, you can ask questions and stuff like that, you know? So y'all know what it is, man. All right, so I have everything distributed now, and we are ready to begin recording for the podcast. In the background, I'm also observing the market as well. The euro looks really, 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 really good right now. I have not seen anything manifest just yet, but it looks really good. And we only have 15 minutes left until the market closes. But I like this because this sets up for when the market reopens after 6 o'clock. It'll likely continue what you see it doing now. The behavior is looking real good. Real good. All right. So we're gonna start recording, man. We ready to get going. Oh, what else did I miss? Oh, the BrooklynMosesPodcast.com. You should see that link wherever you are. So like on YouTube, I'll make sure I post it in the chat so that you guys can go to that link. When you go to that link, it'll take you directly to the page where you can listen to the audio version of this. You can listen to the audio version of the podcast. The podcast is actually available wherever podcasts are available. So that includes Apple, iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and wherever else podcasts are available. So wherever you tune in the podcast, you'll find the Brooklyn Moses podcast, without a doubt. So the website will take you there so you can listen to it directly from the page. Also, what else was I about to say? Oh, someone on Instagram, could you please type in the website for the BrooklynMosesPodcast.com? And you have to begin with the http://www and all that. All right, I appreciate it. All right, well, so we ready to start recording, man. We are ready. Thank you, Key. Key's on it. Shout out to Key, man. She was like, I already had it typed. All right, so that's pinned now. I'll make sure that I put it on YouTube as well. All right, cool. All right, so let's start recording. Let's go. Yeah, man. We back at it. Y'all know what it is. Mark Fuller, TeamAlliance. This is the Brooklyn Moses Podcast, Season 2, Episode number 23, man. Episode number 23. Got a great topic lined up once again. Before we even get into that, we're going to do the roll call real quick, see who we have in the building with us. On Instagram, Key is here. Torre is here. Ron Carter's in the building. Ice Cold Bo was good. Kashif is in the building. Willis Major is here. Martin in the building. Welcome. And I see Sharonda as well. What's happening, Sharonda? Yes, Easter was awesome. Resurrection Sunday, as we call it. It was great. All right, so Instagram is definitely holding it down. Let me take a look real quick, see who we have on Facebook. Facebook, no one just yet, but everything is up and running. So when folks come over there, just say what's up so that I can acknowledge you. And on YouTube, we have Melanie in the building. I see Tavares. Charles is here. Ashton is here. Fran is here. Maui Jeff. Jermaine. I see Fit. Eric Stevenson. Chip, what's going on? Mo is in the building. BCJ is here. Alvin is here. David is here. Shawnee's here. I see Oren. I see Creative, and I see the Muffin Woman. All right. We here, man, once again. So definitely blessed to be in your presence today. Any day that we wake up and we here still is a blessing, for sure. Powerful topic today. This is another topic that's right in line with the education series that I've been doing pertaining to NADEX. My goal is to put as much content out about NADEX as possible, not because I'm promoting NADEX. It's because I really appreciate NADEX for what they're giving us an opportunity to do in our trading. I want y'all to understand that when you find a good platform that you can trade on, one that's reliable, one that you can actually apply your skill set to, That is not easy to come by. Let me just say that off the rip. I've been in the financial industry, and more specifically the trading world, since I was 14, and I'm 42 now. How long is that? 28, 29 years? Damn near 30 years. I know I look young, but yeah, it's been like 30 years, right? In that time, I've come across everything. No, well, not everything. I'm pretty sure there's some that I missed. But for the most part, all of the different aspects of trading and the financial markets, as far as that goes, I've been exposed to a lot. Okay, a lot. I remember when E-Trade first came out. Some of y'all too young to even know that. I was around before E-Trade existed. E-Trade. I remember when I was younger, there was a company called Charles Schwab. I think Charles Schwab actually is still around. There was one that was called Oppenheimer Funds. There were a bunch of different brokerages that you can go into. Like you could physically go to their office to open up an account. Trading was different. I remember before online trading really was a thing, there wasn't as much with internet as we have now. We used to be using dial-up. You be in the middle of a trade and you lose your internet connection. It take you 10 minutes to get back online. Some of y'all don't know nothing about that. Dial-up. Literally, you had to dial into the internet and it had to connect you. It used to make all kind of noise. You on your house phone trying to connect to the internet, it's making all kind of noise. You sitting there waiting 5 minutes just for the internet to connect. Some of y'all don't know nothing about that. But anyway, my point is this. I've run into a lot of different platforms. I've run into a lot of different markets that you can trade. You know, for example, commodities, derivatives. You can trade all type of different markets in the financial world. Of course, stocks, stock and index options, traditional options, futures, of course, Forex. And now we have been blessed with NADEX. Out of everything that I've been exposed to, this time right now that we're in, this platform, this era of technology that we have available to us, it's unlike any other time ever. You literally from your phone, if you wanted to, can watch the market, observe the market, apply your skill to the market and make money from your damn phone. Your phone the phones we walking around with right now are more powerful than the computers that they use to send the astronauts to space. I'm not exaggerating. These phones do more than those computers did. And we walking around with them in our pocket. We're in a whole different time. Whole different era. And I want you guys to understand and appreciate it because there was a time where we didn't have this. But you have it now. So when I speak from experience, not only in the financial markets, but from experience with just time and technological development. You got to realize there was a time there was no internet. My kids don't know that. My kids think the internet always been around. No. There was a time where there wasn't an internet at all. We didn't know about no internet. We barely knew about cable TV. There was a time we didn't have cable. We used to have bunny rabbit ears on the television. And we had old ass TVs that looked like furniture. Wasn't no flat screen TVs. So my point for even mentioning this stuff is that you have to recognize the time that you're in and appreciate it. Because there was a time where certain things did not exist for you. The time that we're in now, with that phone, with your computer, your little laptop, whatever you got, you can use these devices to, one, learn a skill set in the markets. You can actually study and observe the markets, begin to familiarize yourself with the markets, and then apply that information to something to trade. People trade a lot of different things now. You know, stocks, people, downloading the Robinhood app, they trade in stocks. They trade in options, whatever. I get it. People are trading on MT4 and on all these different apps, and they're trading Forex. I get it. It's cool. It's a beautiful thing. But some of y'all never heard of NADEX. Some of y'all don't know what NADEX is. Some of y'all have heard of NADEX and you still don't know what NADEX is. So I'm here to explain a couple of things to you. For one, there is an instrument called a binary option. And this instrument is available on the NADEX platform. It's the best platform and it's the best instrument you could ever trade. Hold on, wait. Let me sit up and adjust myself in the seat, because this is going to be a good podcast. Let me repeat what I just said. It's the best platform, NADEX, best platform, and binary options are the best instrument you could ever trade, period. I've seen it all. Futures, Forex, stocks, options, all of that. I've seen it, I've done it, I've traded them. There's nothing that compares to NADEX and binary options, period. Now, why? Why am I saying this? Mark, what do you mean? Are you saying that stocks are no good? No, I didn't say that. I'm talking about the best. That's it. What's the best thing that you could trade? That's all I'm talking about. And I'm letting you know what it is. And I'm telling you this not because this is my opinion. I'm telling you this because I've been exposed to every market that you can think of to trade. I've tried them all. I've actually had success with them all. So if I've successfully been able to navigate on all of these different platforms and within all of these different markets, and I make my way to something that's better than all of that, right? You think that you might want to listen? You might want to listen. You might want to pay attention. So let's talk about a couple of things. For one, why? Mark, why are you saying that? Why are you saying NADEX is the best? NADEX is an exchange. Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. NADEX is an exchange. So first of all, NADEX is not a broker. What you're used to when you get on the platform is a broker. What the broker does is it facilitates the ability to trade between you and the actual market. They are, in a sense, creating a market within the market because they're utilizing their platform and their resources to give you access to the markets. So whatever market it is, foreign exchange market and currencies, cool. Indices, oil, all of these commodities, metals, whatever the markets are, they're giving you access to the markets, meaning that for a fee, they'll allow you to have access to these markets and you can trade. They also extend margin to you. So basically, they allow you to leverage. They allow you to trade as if you had more money in your account than you actually do. Yes, stay with me, because this is a lot of education. Like I said, a lot of education in this. They allow you to trade with more money than you actually have. So you can actually make more money and you can make it faster. But there's a flip side to that. You can also lose money faster if you don't know what you're doing in the market. Pay attention. Leverage is great. It's powerful. It's a blessing when you know what you're doing in the market. If you don't know what you're doing in the market, it's going to tear your ass up. Straight up and down. Leverage is going to kill you. There's people right now leveraged in a Forex account 1 to 500. And they took a short on something and it got away from them. It went up instead of down. Sitting on that trade, hoping that it goes back down. And it never goes down. And they blow their account because they get a margin call. Leverage killed them. Happens all. This is going on every day. People are doing this all the time. Let's talk about NADEX, however. NADEX is not a brokerage. NADEX is an exchange. Somebody calling the phone. Hold on. You know what? I ain't going over there. Let me just wait for it to ring out. Hold on. Probably scam likely. All right, anyway. So, what the hell was I just saying? I hate when stuff throws me off. NADEX. So NADEX is not a brokerage. NADEX is an exchange. North American Derivatives Exchange. The exchange means that the trading opportunities when you trade binaries are between you and somebody else on the platform. So just imagine a championship boxing match. You on this side, your opponent's on this side. NADEX is Don King promoting the fight. Don King gonna get paid no matter who wins the fight because he's the promoter. He is facilitating the fight. He's the reason that these two boxers even got together. He got enough clout to put them together. You following me? That's NADEX. Gonna get paid no matter who wins the fight. Now, one of you is Mike Tyson. One of the fighters is Iron Mike. And the other person is whoever. Iron Mike represents the person that understands the market. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Listen to me. The person who understands the market is the one that's going to win the fight. Period. I wonder who's going to win. Well, it's a coin flip. It can go in either, to either opponent. No. If Mike Tyson is in that fight, Mike is going to win. Iron Mike is knocking your ass out. That's it. You understand? Iron Mike represents the person on the platform that knows the market. Now, understand what I'm saying. Not the person who knows how to pick trades. That's not what I said. Because knowing how to pick trades is not how you consistently win all of your fights. The way that you remain undefeated, like Mayweather, right? You just have to remain in alignment with the market. If you continuously train on the same process and repeat the same process over and over again in the market, you'll consistently win your trades. You will dominate. This is what we represent. We represent dominance. We're going to dominate. Why? Not because we're better than everybody. We're going to dominate because we're in alignment with the market. And the market is what decides who wins the trades. Understanding the market is the only way that you'll be able to consistently be profitable when you trade. And NADEX makes it easy because it's a binary. So look, this is what the topic is. Why NADEX binaries are the best instrument to trade. I'm explaining to you why. This instrument is the best thing simply because it's so simple to trade. So simple. You know how binaries work? Simple as hell. I'm going to show you in a second how they work. Binary is a line in the sand in the market. Just a line going across like this. That line represents a price level. Let's say that the price level is on the euro dollar. It's It's 1.1811. That's this line. Now the market is moving. It could be moving above the line. It could be moving below the line. It could be moving across the line, right? The way that the binary is set up, there's an expiration on the binary of time. So, for example, with 5-minute binaries, they expire every 5 minutes, right? At the end of the 5-minute period, the binary expires. Wherever the market is relative to the line determines who wins the trade. If you buy, all the market needs to do is remain above the line. If it remains above the line, you're going to win the trade. If the market moves under the line when you bought, you would lose the trade. Simple. Vice versa. If you're selling and the market remains below the line, you win the trade. If it moves above the line, if you're selling, you lose the trade. Y'all with me? Simple. So look at how simple that is, right? It's not the same as what you're used to in the markets, meaning when you trade a stock, you need the stock to go up to make money if you're buying. It has to go up. Like, man, it only went up 2%, 3%. Man, I was looking for 10%. So if your target is 10%, the market didn't move up that much, you're still in the trade. I'm just giving you an example. Forex, pips. When you get into trades, you're looking for X amount of pips on the trade. 50 pips. Let's say that your target is 50 pips. If the market goes to 42 pips and then reverses while you're asleep, when you wake up, you're like, wait, oh man, it didn't hit my target. Price could have even come all the way back and moved into the negative and could have even taken out your stop loss if you had one. Many people don't even have stop losses, so they'll place that trade looking for that 50 pip target. If the target gets close but it doesn't hit, unless you have anything that's built in like a stop loss, and actually what's the name of the stop loss I'm talking about? Basically, you moving up the stop loss as the profit moves up. A trailing stop. If you don't have a trailing stop loss on that trade, when that market gets to 42 pips, it didn't move up the stop at all. So it's not even like you could have, maybe gotten 10, 20, 25 pips out of that 42 pip move. And if you're a disciplined trader, you wouldn't have a trailing stop on that trade at all, because you would be trading with the risk reward on the trade to begin with. So if you are targeting 50 pips, then your risk on there might only be 25 as an example. And you would be using 2-to-1 risk reward. So your reward is twice as much as what you're risking. This is how people trade. I'm breaking this down because I'm letting you see how complex it can be. You know how it feels when you're in a Forex trade and the market moves within 2 pips of your target and don't hit it? You know what that feels like? It feels horrible. And I'm not saying that always happens, but it does happen. But Mark, how do you know that? Because it's happened to me. Again, like I said earlier, I'm not telling you nothing that I don't know. When I talk like this, I'm speaking from experience. That's why I know about this stuff. It's like, well, then, what does he mean? How does he know that? I know that because it's happened to me many times. There were trades that came within 1 pip. And if I wasn't there to watch, If that thing moved back in the other direction, could have took all of them pips away. Can you imagine getting within 1 pip and it don't hit, and then it reverses and you just end up breaking even? Or even worse, you end up getting stopped out on the trade? Now, I would ensure that that wouldn't happen to me, but I'm just saying, I've seen it happen to people. Market came within 1 pip. So again, my point is this. When you trade with these other instruments, Forex is another instrument. That's not a binary option. Stock market, that's another instrument. Stocks, a different type of instrument than binary options. When you trade with those instruments, exactly what I'm describing is what could potentially happen. Market could get real close to your target and don't hit the target. So now you got to make decisions. It's like, all right, well, it came close, but damn, it didn't hit it. What should I do? Should I just exit it? If you're there watching and your target is 50, it went to 42, and then now it's back down, it's at 30. In your mind, you're like, shit, you know what? I'm gonna just take the 30. But by you taking the 30, you just cut your risk reward in half. And if you keep doing that, then you're not benefiting from full risk reward, are you? You see what I'm saying? So you're breaking your discipline because you're emotionally reacting to what the market didn't do. It didn't hit the target. You react emotionally to that. Oh man, but damn, I'm still up 30 though. Let me just take the 30. Fuck it. And you exit that trade for 30 pips. You guys understand what I'm saying, right? So I'm giving you these examples because this is the type of stuff that actually happens. I'm not making it up. It's very frustrating for people. You came within 5 pips of the target, it didn't hit, and then the market reversed. It's like, what the hell was that? Is what it is. So now, again, let's come back to binaries again. Do binaries require that your target is hit? No. Nope. Only thing required for a binary is that you're correct about the market ending in position relative to your strike. That's all you got to do. It don't matter if it wins by 1 micro pip or 10 micro pips. Doesn't matter how many micro pips it wins by. The win is the win. The win is the win. So now what that means is you can now take your time and learn about behavior in the market so that you can anticipate the market ending in the position that it needs to end in order for your trade to win. So in actuality, instead of you now looking for trades, what you're doing is observing the market and remaining in alignment with the market so that when you are in a trade, you know the outcome of the trade. Make sense? This is powerful stuff. So when I say that binaries are the best instrument to trade, people are going to argue immediately against that. No, Mark, binaries are gambling. How dare you say that? It's not the best instrument. Binaries are a gamble. You are absolutely right. They are a gamble the way you trade. Hold on. Whoa. Because you flip a coin when you trade, they are a gamble for you. Because you don't understand the market, they definitely a gamble for you. So you're right. But I'm not you. There's a difference between me and you. So your argument doesn't apply to me because I don't trade the way you do. You see, I am in tune with the market. You are looking for trades. So literally you're guessing. Oh, this looks like a setup right here. Market should hold. I don't talk like that. I don't ever say the market should do anything. And the beauty of what we do when we trade binaries is that you don't have to say anything. All you have to do is observe. The more familiar that you become with the market, the more consistently you'll position yourself in the trades at the right time. Not necessarily the right trades, because what you think is the right trade, you could take at the wrong time. You could take the right trade at the wrong time and lose. And then you want to get upset with your strategy, right? So whatever strategy that you bought or wherever you're getting your signals from, when they lose, you get mad. Like, oh, this doesn't work. Damn, it doesn't work, man. I was at 30 contracts and took a loss. You didn't understand why you were even winning trades to begin with. So because you didn't understand why you were winning, you definitely ain't gonna understand why you lost. You don't even know what the trades are about. Meaning you don't even understand the market at all. Trade setups are exactly that. They are setups. They are setting you up. And when you keep looking for trade setups, you're gonna find them. You can find a trade at any time. Right now, you can find one. Oh, that's not my setup. I got a better setup than this. My setup is 90%. My trades, I win about 90% of my trades. So the 10% that you lose, why do you lose them? See? Well, because no one wins them all. No, that's not true. If you're losing, there has to be a reason why you lost. If you don't know what the reason is, then that's why you lost. You lost because you don't know why. Hold on, man. Wait. The reason you lost is because you don't understand why. So in other words, you took your setup at the wrong time. I don't care how good your setups are. I don't care what the win rate is of your strategy. It doesn't matter. If you take your winning strategy and apply it at the wrong time, you could lose. And if you can't explain why you took a trade at the time, that's a losing proposition anyway. Eventually, you're going to lose anyway. Because you don't even know why you're going to take a trade. All you know is that you're applying your strategy. Well, my rules, I have a set of rules. You have to trade with rules. Okay. We only have one rule. It's called stability. Hold on, wait. The only rule we got is stability. You know what's funny? The one rule we have is the one rule everyone ignores when they trade. Everything you doing ignores stability. And you wonder why eventually you lose. This is why you can't have full confidence when you take a trade. Because you don't understand behavior and you don't understand how to recognize stability when you see it. Some of you don't even know what I'm talking about. You're like, what does he mean, stability? What's that? Not sure what he means by that. You mean when the market's not moving? No, doesn't mean that. Doesn't mean that. Stability is when the market is moving. But it's how the market is moving. See? And the fact that you don't understand that means you don't understand the market. So the fact you don't understand the very thing that is going to be the reason you win a trade means eventually you're going to lose anyway. I don't care how good your strategy is. I don't care what your win rate is. Eventually you'll lose. And what will happen is then you'll blame something or someone because you lost. When in actuality, the reason you lost is because of your lack of understanding. So let's process that for a moment. Let's just take a moment and process that thought. What that now means is that the risk is actually your lack of understanding of the market. That's the real risk. That's the real risk. See, people think that the risk is the money. Oh, that's not good risk management, Mark. How could you put the entire account at risk? When you begin on the NADEX platform with one contract, the whole account is at risk. Wait. Listen to what I'm saying. When you start on NADEX and you only have $100 in your account and you're trading with one contract, the entire account is at risk. Period. It means that even at one contract, you have to understand the market to know when would be the right time to be in a trade. Same exact thing you would need to do at two contracts, or 5, or 10, or 20, or 40, or 50, or 70, or 100, or 120, 150. Doesn't matter what the size of the contract is. The bottom line is that you need to understand the market to know if the right time is present. That way you can have full confidence in what you're doing at the time. And that way it doesn't matter that the entire account is at risk. Because that's not the risk. The risk is you not knowing and understanding the market to know when the right time has been presented for you to even be in a trade. Got to flip it around. See, your understanding is limited. And that's why your trading is limited. I'm just saying. I told y'all this was going to be educational. That's exactly what it is. I'm educating you. NADEX, best platform. Binaries, best instrument you can trade. The missing ingredient is your understanding of the market. That's what you're missing. See? And that's the ingredient right there that TA represents. TA is the understanding. It's the answer. TA, the answer. I'm just saying. That's why we're going to win consistently. That's why we're never going to be scared to trade. Like, we ain't scared to trade. And you notice that when we trade, we're going to win our trades. And we know why we're going to win our trades. The same way that when we don't trade, we know why we're not trading. There's nothing to trade. What trade? See, y'all are spending your time looking for trades all the time. You're in trade mode. And what that means is you're guessing. You're guessing based on a set of rules for entering into a trade. Oh, well, my rules are. You mean your rules for entering a trade are. But you have no rules for understanding the market. That's what you're missing. And we only got one rule. Stability. That's the rule. See? If you know when the right time is, you could be wrong about the trade and still win. It's been done many times. I'm not, and mind you, I'm not encouraging you to do that. I'm not saying, yeah, just go ahead and do what you do because the time is right. You're right. We're not perfect. Sometimes you might look at the setup and you may miss something in the setup. But because the time was right, you still win the trade. So you might have ended up taking the wrong trade, but you did it at the right time. Would you rather do that or take the right trade at the wrong time? Which one would you rather do? So again, it's about perspective and understanding. See, you have to elevate. Also, let me rewind a little bit. Before you start doing anything, you have to develop mindset. If you don't have patience to wait for the market, if you don't have discipline to stick to the script and only apply the process that you're learning, that is the winning process. If you're not disciplined enough to do that, you ain't going to do it. And if you're not going to do it, it means that you cannot enjoy the results of the process because you're not doing it. You're doing some other shit that you end up doing when you deviate. I put up a post today about the cake. The post was, if you change the recipe, you change the cake. That's hard. See, if you want the same cake that I make, you can't change the recipe. Yes? You can't change the recipe. You got to follow the recipe. My recipe is 2 eggs. You want to put 3. Oh, well, no, if you add another egg, it'll be moister. Why would you want it to be moister? And I just made that word up. Yes. You want it to be moister. Anyway, let me stop messing with y'all. All right, so let me come in the comments real quick. Let me see what y'all talking about. Yeah, that's right. Yep, TA is the answer all day. All day. Sadiq, what's good? Sadiq says forever Renault still. Not taking trades is part of the process. Yes. Danny Gonzalez, what's happening? Key said all the other markets sound stressful. My point exactly. Sadiq said we train hard so it makes it easy. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Torre says real talk. Ron Carter, amen to the blessing. Yes. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Let me come back. Paley says, and the Forex market is tricky because it'll go up 20, then down 50, then back up 40. It's doing too much. We don't have that problem with a binary. We can make what they make on 100 pips right now. Yep. And like I said, I came up in Forex. You got to understand, you have to realize something about me and Forex. People who think that I don't like Forex. No, I love Forex. We wouldn't have NADEX without Forex. Let's not get it twisted. But it's just like anything else. When something better comes along, that's easier to be successful with, it would make sense to pivot to that, whatever that is. NADEX been around since 2009. They used to be, they had a different name before that. That company started in 2004. So we'll go just starting from 2009. 2009 is when NADEX became NADEX, North American Derivatives Exchange. In 2009, I was already retired for 3 years. I retired in 2006. That's when I left my job. The last job I had was 2006. I was already trading Forex full time for 3 years. And NADEX came in 2009. I didn't even know about NADEX. I didn't find out about NADEX until 2017. 8 years later. So understand, like, so all that time went by and they adjusted and did whatever they did to make better, products. So the instrument that we trade on the NADEX platform, the binaries, that's a product, if you want to call it that. But it's basically an instrument that we can trade. They continuously made improvements over time. You got binaries. They got other stuff you can trade, the spreads and the knockouts or whatever. They got all of that other stuff. All that's cool because it simulates a lot of stuff that Forex traders are used to. So that's cool. But the binaries, they ain't nothing like it, man. Nothing. The simplicity of the binary makes it like, yo, oh, that's all I got to do? Shit. Let me sit down and just work with the market and figure out this movement in the market so I can win these binaries. That should be your thought process. When I realized what the binaries were on NADEX, I said, what? Then I realized that you can scale up. Like you can increase your contract size. Make more money on the same trade. So the same trade that I took last time, if I wait for that same opportunity to come again with the same outcome, I'm gonna make more money for the same trade. That's binaries on NADEX. That's what they represent. Y'all understand what I'm saying? You don't have to suffer and deal with all the stuff that you have to deal with, for example, with Forex, waiting on your target to hit, whatever it is. Oh, the volatility is low. It's not a lot of volume. If there's no volume in the market doesn't move far. So if you got a 50 pip target, but the volume is low, you might only get 20 pips instead of 50. Now you got to make a decision. Damn, should I exit this and just, wait? Should I look at a different pair? Maybe I should look at a different pair. Let me see if there's any pairs with more volatility in them. All these decisions you got to make. On NADEX, we trading on NADEX with these binaries. The binary is a simple decision, brother and sisters. Simple decision to make. Is the market going to end here? I believe the market's going to end here. It's going to end right. It's going to end above that. I'm taking that. That's a buy. I'm in that. You can literally position yourself that way. And regardless of how big your trade is, doesn't matter. When you win, you win. Another thing about NADEX, no issues with withdrawals. This was one of my problems with Forex brokers. I used to have a lot of issues with withdrawing after a while. I used to make money on their platform, so they used to be calling me all the time. Then, finally, they started just having issues. I'm like, wait, why the spreads? Y'all increasing the spreads when I'm getting in the trades. What y'all doing? Doing dirty stuff. You're not supposed to increase the spreads. The whole purpose of me trading on your platform was for low spreads. Right now I'm talking about Forex brokers. They would increase the spreads at different times. Why y'all increasing the spread in the New York session? That's when all the volatility is there. Y'all increasing the spread. All type of stuff they used to be doing. Making it harder for you to make profits. That's the point I'm making. So anyway, on NADEX is an exchange. Their best interest is just for you to trade. They don't care if you win or lose. Hey, just if you see an opportunity, take advantage of the opportunity based on your knowledge. If you're right, you're going to win the trade. If you're wrong, you're going to lose the trade to whoever you took the trade against. That's it. Simple. Simple, man. So anyway, David says, having patience allows your emotions to subside and gives clarity. Your eyes will be fixed to see the truth, and the truth is stability. Once you understand what to look for, all things fall into place. That's a fact. Oh, excuse me. Yuki, I found the EU moves more towards the end of time and then can go above or below the strike quickly and then misstepping you. Yuki, you're describing a behavior. And that's not just a behavior found in the EU, that's found in every market. And not only that, that behavior is something that you need to learn more about instead of trying to trade without understanding the behavior. Man, listen to me. Listen. You gotta listen, man. I hope that you're really be listening to what I'm saying. When you see a behavior that you don't understand, you need to stop trading during that behavior. Listen to me. If you don't understand the behavior, don't take a trade when it does that. Oh, but Mark, I didn't know it was going to do it. So you need to observe more. Trade less. Uh-oh. Some of y'all don't like how that sounds. Some of y'all need to stop trading completely and just observe the market, period. Take a week off. Stop trading for a week and just observe for a week. Give yourself time to learn how to understand the behaviors that you see. Observation. You don't understand the value of observation over trading. Trading is only valuable when you win. What? Hold on, man. Nico, what's happening? Yeah, all I got to do is wait. Some of y'all don't understand the value of observation, man. More observation, less trading. It'll change your whole trading trajectory. Trust me when I tell you. Pound be transitioning often, but that's all pairs. Pound does it with its own nuances. Every market has its own nuances, definitely. Which is why you can't ever put any market in a box. Like you can't ever say, oh, the euro does this. The Aussie does this all the time. No. Behaviors are something that exists in every market. Nuances are the subtle things you can pick up on when you observe. See, you can't catch nuances if you're busy trading. So the first thing that you need to stop doing is trading. Stop taking trades. And spend more time in observation of the market rather than trying to trade the market when you don't understand the behaviors. That's $1 million advice. I'm trying to tell you. Oh, excuse me. Shani said, I need the same cake you eating, Mark. Need that pound cake. That's it. That's what we eating, pound cake. So I see the dialogue with Walker and Yuki. Yeah, Walker's talking about his experience with the pound. Maui Jeff says, my cousin found out I trade options. Or he said, man, I lost so much money in options. My wife got mad at me. Right. I mean, that's like the story of everybody's life, really, until they finally come into the understanding of what's really going on. It's like it's about the market and understanding more about the market than it is about what you trade in. The reason that you keep losing so much and that you lost so much is because you refused to stop when you didn't know anything. Ouch. It's the truth, though. That's why you lost so much. Hey, Mark, I lost 3,000 and with binaries on NADEX. Yeah, because you wouldn't stop. I just told you to stop until you become more familiar with behaviors. I just said that just now. What you gonna do? As soon as the market reopens, you're gonna be back on the platform trading again. Hard-headed. Hard-headed. Micah said TA is the school of financial markets understanding. Straight up. 100%. 100%. AP 10 and 0. Okay. Yes, the projects require no sum timing. That is a fact. This is another thing, too, that I've been saying as of late about binaries. Binaries leaves no room for you to slack or make mistakes and errors. When you say, and you know what's crazy is that what people think is an error is really just full blown lack of understanding. They'll say, oh, well, I'll be making mistakes. I'll be entering too early. Nah. The mistake is not entering too early. The mistake is entering, period. You think that your thought process is that you took the trade too early when you shouldn't have been in the trade at all at that time. You're missing an entire step. The first step before you even consider the trade is whether or not the time is right. What does that even mean? The time being right means simply, is the market going to end up in the position it needs to be in order for the trade to win? That's it. That's it. That's all you need to know. Is the market going to end up being in the position it needs to be in order for the trade that you take to win? When you can answer that question, that's when you have full clarity. Because that's not a trade question. That's a market question. People not in the know ask trade questions. They're asking trading questions. Oh, you think that you might have entered too early? The pricing. There was no pricing on the trade. People talk about pricing and all that all the time. Option pricing. You guys have seen trades that I've taken where there was no pricing at all, yet I got filled on the trade. You didn't even see pricing. You didn't even see pricing, but I was in the trade. It's like, well, damn, what the hell happened? There are times when you see pricing and you don't get filled. Can you even explain that? So the stuff that you put emphasis on is not the most important stuff to put emphasis on. There's an entire piece that you need first. You need to know whether or not the market has stability in it. And if it does not have stability in it, you need to have the discipline to not do anything at all if stability is not present. See, because stability answers the question that I asked a moment ago. Will the market end up being in the position it needs to be in order for the trade that you take to win? The answer to that is, well, if it's stable, yes, it will. Come on, man. If it's stable, it will. If the market's not stable, you got a problem. When the market is not stable, it's a coin flip. It's a guess. When the market is stable, you know the outcome. You need to work on understanding the market so that you can recognize stability when it's present. And then you build your trade around that time. Discipline kicks in when you learn how not to trade at all if a trade doesn't come at that time. You're following me? My goodness, my goodness. Shani said the scaling up in the 48 turnaround for withdrawals are the two best features on NADEX, in my opinion. Me too. Yep. I concur. 100%, sir. David, Mark be prescribing us the right medicine to fix your BS. Understanding and observing the market will give you the remedy for your losing in the market forever and no. Payless, I heard they're banning binaries in other countries because they're getting crushed. Yeah, the binaries that you're making reference to are the traditional binaries that overseas brokers have created with the 80% payout, that type of binary. And that's another thing too. The NADEX binary is a totally different instrument than the traditional binaries on overseas platforms, just to be clear. People don't know the difference because the name is the same. Oh, binaries, binary options, those are dangerous. They're a ripoff. Overseas, yes, they are. Yes, they are. These are unregulated brokerages out of the US that are not regulated at all by anybody. So they just basically do whatever they want to when they get your money. There are people that have been on these platforms winning and they don't even pay them out. Like they make a withdrawal and they don't get their money. All type of stuff. So we're not talking about those binaries. Those binaries and those brokerages, those companies that operate that way are the reason that they want to ban that in other countries. But that has nothing to do with what NADEX has created. The NADEX instrument is totally different. Totally. And the way that it's been created, it's built into the platform, which is an exchange. So you're not trading against the broker or against the company. You're trading against other people on the platform. So it's just like if I think the market's going up and you think the market's going down, we can fight. We can battle now. I'm buying, you selling. What NADEX has done is they have created an instrument that we can use to fight. If I win, I'm going to win the money. That means you're going to lose the money. And vice versa. Simple. Best business model ever. Best business model ever, man. This is why I'm so confident when I talk about NADEX. Not because I'm promoting them, but this is where the bread and butter is, bro. This is what works. Your problem is that you still losing because you still don't understand the market, but I'm telling you how to fix that. Stop trading and learn the market. If you take the time to learn the market, you'll win your trades. If you win your trades, you're going to get paid. Because when you make a withdrawal from NADEX, you get your money. You get it, man. Your money is coming. TA Worldwide. Shit, well, people got to know about TA just here. Nobody knows about TeamAlliance yet. It seems like it's a lot of us, but it ain't. It ain't. We're like a little drop in the bucket, for real. But I mean, just in due time. And like I see, for me, I believe in doing the right thing. I'm not even going to try to do anything to try to push TA into anything. TA is what it is. And people that are searching will find us. If you're looking for freedom, we got the blueprint for it here. You're looking for a way to stop losing trades, we got the blueprint for it here. You're looking for a better instrument to trade, you tired of this, you tired of that, we got the blueprint for it here. That's why I make these podcasts, these lives, these videos, because these are going to educate you so you understand that there is something that exists that's the answer to what you're looking for. One, and two, you can be a part of it right now. See, that's what TA represents. So if you look for it, you're going to find it eventually. Social media and YouTube, all these different platforms, just the fact that they let me stream live on 3 platforms and I'm recording a podcast. All this technology. So eventually, if you keep looking, you're going to find us. It's only a matter of time. You're going to find us. You couldn't even be here if you didn't. Yep. Melanie said, you can't say EU always prices out early because the Mark G posted a win on the 425 and there was no visible pricing, but he recognized the right time. Oh, I didn't even look at it yet. Okay, so that's the video he was talking about. He posted. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at that in a minute. Yeah, I mean that happens regularly. That's what I'm saying about understanding the nuances on the platform. And also being able to recognize stability. That's a fact. Shiny said 48 hours to process refunds. Withdrawal request today means it's in your bank account by Wednesday morning. Facts. Walker, pricing doesn't have to show in order for you to get filled. Sometimes pricing will show and you won't get filled and vice versa. Right. Exactly. David Johnson, just because the price is out doesn't mean that you can't get filled. It's called the nuance. Yes. Paley's traditional binaries is not a line in the sand, so NADEX is so much better and simpler. Yep. Yuki saying mostly there's no pricing. Nugi, I don't know about that, Yuki. I think that could be what your experience is, but I would say just continue to observe more. Just familiarize yourself more. Shani said, Mark, you kind of glossed over the fact that there is no room for error in this TA lane. If you don't have military type discipline, you will be crushed economically and emotionally. You're right. That's a fact. And that's definitely something that you have to understand is the reason that we are successful. So it's kind of like being mad at Marines. Like these guys they're just strong for no reason. These guys, they think they're invincible. No, Marines don't think that they're invincible. Marines just are trained to be Marines. There's no giving up. There is no stopping. Especially like Navy SEAL. It's like a whole nother psychological level. It's like whatever you call failure, that's not an option to them because they're not trained to even understand failure. Like they don't know what that means. It's like, this is our mission. We keep going until the mission is done. That requires discipline. It requires that you just keep doing it until it happens. So it's that same dynamic, absolutely. And that's a requirement for you to be successful with anything, though. See, this is this is something that people don't understand about the mindset part of what we do. You need mindset to do anything in life successfully. Hold on. Am I making that up? To be successful at the highest level, you have to have mindset in place. Period. It's not optional. When you look at anybody who is successful at a high level, their mindset is not like yours. It's different. The stuff that they even occupy their brain space with is different. So that comes before the success comes. You see what I'm saying? The success is not a result of some luck or some, something just arbitrary that happened to them. Oh, they got lucky. Nah. Majority of people didn't get lucky doing shit. The reason that whatever they're doing worked for them is because they had the mindset to not give up on it. They had the mindset needed to keep going until they figured that shit out. That's all it is. That's the difference. So yeah, definitely. Definitely. You're going to need that. This is why we focus on mindset even before you start training here. There's a video on the channel called 301 Mindset. That's free. That you need to, I tell you to watch that before you even get into training with us. Watch it every day. Watch it every day. 301 Mindset. It's on the channel. Just type in 301 Mindset in the search box on the YouTube channel. Watch that every day. Shawnee, NADEX and TA in particular is enabling me to have a level of peace of mind that's hard to describe unless you're in TA, right? Exactly. Freshers in class, what's good, man? Paley said Marines train their BS out of them. That's what the TA training is all about, because what works, works. Whew. I've heard Marines talk. And when you speak to them, first of all, when they make a reference to pain, they say stuff like pain is just weakness leaving your body. So you see how they reverse engineer the mentality first, because mentally you have to be in a different frame of mind to not be affected by physical feeling like pain. Pain hurts. Like, fuck, man, that shit hurts. Something happened and it's painful, it hurts. Imagine learning how to reverse engineer yourself mentally so that when you feel pain, it doesn't affect you the way that it affects somebody normal. They train that way first, the mental. And what happens is now your mind is over your body. So it's like now it's mind over matter. Your mind now is more so in control of your body versus pain controlling. Oh, that hurts. I can't do it anymore, man. It hurts. Which is a real thing. Their training is they'll do it until something break. Like they'll keep going until they break their arm. They'll break their arm before they stop. That is that level. Like, oh shit, he gonna snap his damn arm. Yeah, he is gonna snap his arm because he's not gonna stop. And it's like, but that's insane. It's not insane to him. That's what he's trained to do. He doesn't know how to stop. Mentally, he's conditioned not to stop. So he ain't gonna stop. You see? And that's the difference. So it's like, when you look at it in terms of, well, damn, is that good or bad? It depends on what you want. How bad do you want the mission that you're on? Think about it like that. The Marine is thinking about the mission. He only got one. There's only one thing that we're doing. And not only that, when they are moving, they move as a collective. So it's we. What's our mission? Our mission is this. All right, let's go. Nobody gets left behind. Nobody, like there's nothing other than completing the mission that they've been assigned. Because that's the structure of the training. The training is obey your orders and complete the mission. That's it. There's no room for weakness. Oh man, my leg, man. Somebody get hurt. They lift them up and bring them with them. They don't leave them there. Matter of fact, they'll stop whatever they're doing at the time to go back to get somebody. They're coming back. It's a different dynamic. So when you think of it in terms of that, you begin to understand like, oh snap, yeah, it does. It's a whole different thing that we got to do here. It is. And it's not as extreme as that, but I'm using that just to show you that the mental part is required. You can't do anything that you see us doing without the mindset. Period. I don't care like how good you think you are with taking some strategy and applying it and being successful. That's not why you're successful. You're not going to be successful because of a strategy that you're using. You're going to be successful because of the mindset that you have, first and foremost. That's a fact. Without the mindset, it ain't shit. Without the mindset, the strategy ain't shit. Facts. You know why? Because you won't do it. Whoa. Man, yo, when people understand that, it changes everything, man. It really does. It really does. But yeah, that's a good analogy I would say to use. Definitely train your BS out. Michelle said that is the whole trading success. If you don't have the mindset, you will fail. Correct. Walker says there are quite a few industries that require precision on every execution, but pay way less. So I'm fine with developing a military level mindset with this skill. Come on, Walker. He said pays more than actual snipers. Shit. Come on, man. He ain't lying. He ain't lying on that one. What? Come on now. Handsome me. How do you stick to military discipline? Even Marines can fall off the wagon, even though they train. Repetition. Do y'all realize? Okay, for example, just take what you see me do every day. For the most part. Recently, I've been taking time off because I got a lot of stuff going on. Like I've had death in the family. I moved to another office and all of this type of stuff. It just was a lot going on at the same time. That's the only reason that I haven't been doing the podcast and doing the market observations recently. But now you see me kind of moving right back into it. You see how I just do it? It's like regardless of what might be going on, you can expect the podcast. You can expect a market observation. The group knows I'm going to be in the group chat. I'm always around. Why do I do that? Because I'm always training. So even when I'm not around, or when you think I'm not around, I'm still training. Meaning I'm still plugged in at all times. I've conditioned myself to train that way. And that's how I don't ever fall off the wagon, so to speak. So it's not that I'm invincible and can't ever lose a trade or, nothing can ever happen. That's not what it is. What it is I'm so conditioned to train that I'm always going to be listening to something, watching something that's constantly keeping me focused so that I don't ever deviate from the process that I'm trained to do. I'm not going to deviate. Not because I'm choosing not to deviate. I can't deviate because I'm conditioned not to deviate. You understand that level? It's like being physically fit. Somebody that's conditioned to run fast, how do they stay fast? They run every day. Not a day goes by where they not running. Like, damn, you running again? This is what I do. You wonder why I'm so fast? I run every day. I'm conditioned to do it. That's the difference. So that's the level. That's the level. That's the space that you want to get to. Key said mind over matter. 100%. Chris Myers, what's going on? And Angela, what's happening? Yep. So, I mean, that's what it is, man. That is what it is. There looks like a glare. Is there a glare? There's like a glare. I know I'm not bugging. Hold on. There's a glare. All right, that fixed it. My OCD is about to go crazy. With all the Starbucks surprise, I don't have a pot belly. Nah, man, because I drink a lot of water too. Yep. Drink a lot of water, man. Mark G, like you said before, you have to approach it as wanting to be the MJ, Kobe, LeBron of NADEX, right? Exactly. And you have to train accordingly. So you're not going to be able to function and operate at that level if you don't train that way. Oh, boy. How do you expect to function at a high level if you don't train for it? What part of the game is that? So the way that you train, same way you're going to trade. Same way. Maui Jeff, if you do drink your coffee or tea the same way every morning, you can develop the mindset. It's just repeating the same behavior over and over. Exactly. Exactly. And literally, I drink coffee every morning. You see the sign? Just give me the coffee and no one gets hurt. That's it. That's what it is. That's what it is. But yes, yep, coffee and I'm training every day. Mark, we need a training camp. It'll be called the Journey to MRMH. The structure of the challenge would be built like American Ninja Warrior. Shit, that's what we got right now, man. People don't know it yet, but that's what this is already. Yep, sure is. But I mean, without a doubt, if you really plug in, things will move accordingly. You plug in and you rinse and repeat the process that we're learning here. It's gonna work, and that's it. Like, it's just gonna work, period. It's just gonna work. Looks like something happened to Facebook. What the hell happened to Facebook? I don't know what happened over there. What is that about? All right, I ain't gonna worry about it. All right, so yeah, but yeah, man, this another good topic today. I definitely wanted to build on more things related to NADEX and just continue to focus on that because I know that the education that I'm able to help provide about what NADEX is and what you're capable of doing on the platform, et cetera, et cetera. All of that, just coming together, man, it means a lot. Like it really does. It's just life changing. Like literally. I'm not even exaggerating. This is life changing. And if you plug in, it's going to change your life. That's a fact. That is a fact. Yep. So, if you're not familiar with NADEX, look it up. NADEX.com. If you already are aware of TeamAlliance, continue to watch the videos and the content. Tune into the podcast every day like this. Listen to the podcast. The audio is available wherever podcasts are available. So iTunes, Spotify, all of that, Google Podcasts. Tune in, man. Just stay plugged in and connected. And just let the information sink in and just go from there. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, this stuff works. All right, so listen, man, I'm out. We're going to wrap it on up. I should be back on tomorrow, hopefully. Yeah, more than likely I'll be back. Actually, Wednesday I have a funeral to go to. So I probably won't be doing it Wednesday. But tomorrow, so far, I think that I'm pretty clear to do it. But maybe a live market observation later on tonight. And, we'll go from there. Okay, dope. All right, so I will check you guys on the next episode of the podcast. This is season 2, episode 23. In the bag. Yep. All right, y'all. So y'all know what it is. Mark Fuller, TeamAlliance, Brooklyn Moses podcast, man. I'm out. Peace. Season 2, episode 23. In the bag.
Whole crew on top, really we on top. Wake up every morning with drive. Been on the grind, know I had to survive. We had to win. Started from the dirt and the rubble. I had to be the needle that was popping your bubble, letting the air out, walking with a clear route. How we gon' rise today? I'm making mine today, go make yours. Double back and flip the proceeds. Last year on the corner sipping OE. Had to get off the block. Best friend smoking rock. Best man called the cops. Rose from the city that never sleeps, it's the melting pot. I came through with purpose. I never question if it's worth it. Homie, I'm on top. Really, we on top. I'm on top. See me, I'm on top. We on top. Whole crew on top. I can't stop. I'm on top.